And then, of course, the chairman for today, the distinguished senator. He used to be former governor of Ogun State, well represented here today. Is somebody I know very well through Iba Gani Adams. Please, you are welcome to this occasion. Thank you for coming. I want to also thank my colleagues, distinguished colleagues, who have come, not thinking that this is OPC. What are we going to do there? We have the distinguished professor from NIA, who is going to be the reviewer of the book we have published. So also, we have the professor from UNILAG, who is going to do justice to our book. Then of course, I think I have missed something. The reviewer, please pardon me, distinguished Professor Oyewese. He is the reviewer, and I want to tell you a very short story about Professor Oyewese. It was just 2 or 4 days ago that we were thinking that who will be the reviewer of this book. And Aareonakakanfo called him. He was at a meeting. Prof, I'm trying to say for you to know that I was with Aare when he called you. We were having the meeting of the council at the OAU, and you came out from the meeting, and immediately you said, yes, you will come. And today you are here. And not just only that, I'm emphasizing this because I want people to know that when you have somebody who actually cherish you and appraise, we have to appreciate. He was in Abuja and he decided that he would come here by all means. And today he's here. Welcome, Prof. Thank you very much. But because of time, let me jump to our royal fathers. Ẹ̀yin kábíyèsí, mo kí yín o, ẹ má bínú torí ọ̀nà pọ̀, àsìkò dẹ̀ ń lọ, ìgbà àsìkò gbọ́dọ̀ lọ, ó pé ìkí yín, mo kí yín o, orí adé tó wà bí, mo kí yín o, ẹ ṣé o. Then also, I'm not following the protocol, and maybe this is something you have to know. That the OPC, we have the ways we do this. Actually, I should have started by his son, but never mind. I want to recognize the presence of our governors, starting from the governor of Lagos State, Governor Sanwo-Olu, represented here. Thank you for coming. I also welcome the governor of Iba State, well represented, and also, I don't think Oodua State is here, but the Ogun State governor has sent the commissioner to represent him. You are welcome. And let me welcome everybody, because if I go on mentioning it will take time. Let me, because we are Yoruba, and we like to host people. We like guests. So I want to show that by recognizing our president. Who are you? The Igbos here, you are welcome. This is Yorubaland. We are going to continue treating very well and happily. So let me just say briefly what we are doing today. Today is the day we have expected, and it has come. We are not doing something that people will think, oh, what are we celebrating? We are celebrating struggles and all other things that have been achieved by Oodua Peoples Congress. We started 30 years ago. Those who know the history or who are alive that time, know how it started. And I'm happy today to note Comrade Adeshokun is with us. And that gives me, again, to say that as Yorubas, we are united. This is OPC, and we are celebrating OPC 30 years anniversary. Let us be together, let's join hands and celebrate. What we are doing is that we want to see that the Yorubas, wherever they are, and especially in Yorubaland, they don't suffer. Nobody oppresses them, and we will not oppress anybody. That is what we are. So today, we are going to hear our leader is going to give the speech, hear from the reviewer of the book, then please give us a good microphone. So, let me, while waiting for a better microphone, also congratulate my colleagues, the Aareonakakanfo of Council. So, you are all welcome. Thank you for coming and supporting us. So let me round up by saying, relax. You are going to see what we want to project about OPC. We want to project and tell people if there are some wrong misconceptions, we want to correct them. And here today, we are showing that. Thank you so much.
Ṣáwọn látẹ̀wọ́ tó nílẹ̀ jọ̀lọ́ àtẹ̀wọ́ tó nílẹ̀ bó tilẹ̀ jọ pé wọ́n ní mò ń sọ Gẹ̀ẹ́sì púpọ̀ Gẹ̀ẹ́sì náà ni pòfẹ́sọ̀ sọ látàárọ̀ ṣáwọn látẹ̀wọ́ tó nílẹ̀ Parakoyi Aareonakakanfo. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. We don't have the whole day right about now. I want to call on the representative of the chairman of today's event, none other person than Akogunkola Odunodipe, who is here to represent the former executive governor of Ogun State. None other person than Otumba Benga, His Excellency Otumba Benga Daniel. Please keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping for Akogunkola Odunodipe. Don't stop clapping. He's here in full capacity of OGD himself. I welcome you, my brother from another mother, Sola himself, Femi Sola, Akolibi Erinlayi, well known in Nigeria and in diaspora. You're highly welcome.
Iba, thank you for today. Like the speaker said, I only came to represent Iba Gani, City Senator of the Federal Republic. It's unavoidably absent because he has to rush abroad some few days ago. So he has sent me to read his address on behalf. All protocols duly observed. I am humbled and honored to serve as your chairman at today's landmark anniversary celebration of Oodua Peoples Congress, established since 1994 by a group of highly intellectual Yorubas, which include Dr. Steadfast as its founder and first national leader. The new group decided to form an organization to actualize the annual mandate of Chief MKO Abiola a Yoruba who most people believe to be on his way to winning the presidential election of 12 June 1993, which was subsequently annulled by the military government before vote tallying was complete. We are all witnesses from our various positions and corners, active and silent watchers, to the later happenings of the resultant struggle and the aftermath of Oodua and M.K. Abiola's death, various assassination plots, and threats on advocates of democracy, with surge of many fleeing Yoruba homeland into safety in diaspora to continue with the struggle for the democracy. As all this was happening, Dr. Faseun, and with close support of his able lieutenant, Gani Adams, now Aareonakakanfo, were on ground holding forth Iba, meaning the fear of OPC is the beginning of wisdom. Before this time, armed robbers, armed robberies, etc. were prevalent everywhere, but all of them disappeared. Wọ́n ti ọwọ́ ọmọ ara wọn, wọ́n ti bọ̀ṣọ́, wọ́n ti ọwọ́ ara wọn bọ̀ṣọ́ when OPC came to the rescue of the people. This was the beginning of OPC's notable objective as the People's Vigilante Global Group, to complement the effort of state governments and the police. The noble vigilante activities of OPC will not be complete if we don't mention the ugly period that devil crept into his leadership structure, with all sorts of conspiracy emerging and creating passion. Suffice it to say that God, in his infinite mercy, took firm control with the full understanding of the then president, Olusegun Obasanjo, when in Abeokuta, Ogun State. During my time as the governor of Ogun State, the rancor was finally settled, signed and sealed via agreement between Gani Adams becoming the national coordinator in order to bring the factions under one body, while Dr. Faseun remains his president and spiritual father. It was not an easy task, but like I earlier said, now God, oh. Let me give you an instance. I mediated a particular discussion after about 5 days deadlock with Dr. Faseun and Gani Adams. Both bluntly disagreed. So I then deployed some of our very strategy, locked the two of them up in a comfortable room, hoping that if there is no third party present, by the time I come back after about 8 hours, father and son will have reconciled. By the time I opened the door, I met the two sitting on different chairs, backing each other. Though I was initially shocked, but quickly gathered my thoughts that the heart will be a beacon. As my late grandmother used to say, if the two people are fighting and they decide to sit backing each other, then it means the cause of the fight is 50% resolved. If that, immediately I decided to raise a special Yoruba and biblical song. You want to hear? Ìjàdópin ogun sì tán, ogun olùgbàlà jagun olú, and so on. So they embraced each other. Who says God is not in our garden. And so, as they usually say, the rest is now history. Let us stand up and observe 1 minute silence for the soul of Dr. Fasio. Can we? No movement, please. No movement. May his gentle soul continue to rest in peace. I now congratulate Aare Gani Adams for piloting the affairs of OPC thus far, non-violently, with honor and candor. And I can testify, it is not an easy task to be in charge of this very strong Yoruba intellectual across 137 local governments in Southwest, with capacity to lead others in the emerging community policing when passed into law as part of the local reforms that is coming. God will continue to be your provider and negotiator. You will navigate it, and God will be with all of us. Congratulations, everyone.
Please don't stop clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping. Don't stop clapping. Bami Shawalate, what a short, comprehensive speech. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, right about now, I want to bring on to the podium the intellectual himself, the special creator from a generation, the dogged fighter himself, who has been able to emancipate his Yoruba race, is none other person than a distinguished member of the most successful national confab in Nigeria, an elder statesman in all ramifications, a dogged fighter, a man who has promoted his tradition than any other being in the world. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, he happens to be the chief promoter of Local Festival Foundation, founder, Gani Adams Foundation, the national coordinator, Oodua Peoples Congress worldwide. Please keep clapping, keep clapping. Keep clapping for the convener, Oodua Progressive Union, globally in about 100 countries already. Ladies and gentlemen, don't stop clapping, keep clapping for Oodua, a living legend, the Generalissimo of Yorubaland. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the 15th Aareonakakanfo Iba Gani Adams. Aareonakakanfo. Aareonakakanfo Iba Gani Adams. Oodua Nimi.
mábẹ̀rù ìpìlẹ̀ fi aládé wúrà ọba àlẹ́ni ọba àlánà ọba títí ayérayé gbogbo ọlọ́wọ́ gbọgbọrọ tí ń gbọ́ ọmọ rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ òfin ayé o ọba kan máa ti tà lẹ́yìn àdúró pọ̀npọ̀n lẹ́yìn aṣòtítọ́ ṣùgbọ́n ìlọ́ba kí ń dání ìlọ́ba kí ń lani ẹni ọ̀bọ̀bà tí ń gbára ní ti ń gbára oko èyí ni alfa tó ní ìgbà ọba tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lọ́dí òpin kábíyèsí lẹ́gbọ̀n àdúrà rẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tó ní ìhò àdúrà ọgbọ̀n tẹ dá sí àdúyẹ́ ọ̀hún àdúrà ọgbọ̀n tẹ dá sí gbogbo igun mẹ́rin àgbáyé àdúrà ọgbọ̀n tẹ dá sí agbede méje ayé àti ọ̀run àdúrà ọgbọ̀n tẹ dá sí sọ́mọ̀ méje ilẹ̀ méje àwọn àdúrà ọgbọ̀n tẹ dá sí igun mẹ́rin àgbáyé kábíyèsí lẹ́gbọ̀n ìgbàdúrà wa o àdúrà lálẹ́ ìlú yìí àdúrà ìṣẹ̀dálẹ̀ ìlú yìí àdúrà ohun tí ó fò ìlú ìró ilé ìmọ̀ràn wá gba ìdúwà wa. Your Excellency, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by Engineer Saheed Olusola Balogun, Senior Special Assistant on Political and Legislative Matters to the Executive Governor of Lagos State. Your Excellency, the Governor of Ekiti State, Governor Biodun Oyebanji, ably represented by October Dolamo Adeni, Honorable Commissioner for Special Duty. Your Excellency, Engineer Seyi Makinde, the Governor of Oyo State, ably represented by Honorable Chief Akim Ademola-Ike, Chairman Local Government Staff Pension Board, Oyo State, and is also Barbe to Aareonakakanfo of Yorubaland. Your Excellency, Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun, the Governor of Ogun State, ably represented by Chief Aabai Oluwaseun, Honorable Commissioner of Culture and Tourism. Also, Chief Balogun Nurudeen Olaleye, Chairman of the State Alternative Medicine Board, also representing Ogun State Government. Also, my good friend for a long time, Comrade Tunde Olatundoye, Senior Media Consultant to the Governor of Ogun State, and PRO OPC Ogun State, is also one of the entourage of the representative of Governor of Ogun State. Your Royal Majesty, Ọba Rilwan Aremu Akiolu, the Ọba of Lagos, we normally call him Olówó Èkó. We call him Olówó Èkó. Obviously was represented with about 3 powerful white cap chiefs. Chief Tajudeen Abisogun Ojo of Lagos, Chief Waidi Ayeni Sasore of Lagos, Chief Ikunle Bali Oluodakonde of Lagos, and the staff of office here. A list of many royal fathers here. Long list. We have His Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Isiaka Adio Balogun Oyero, Oba of Ketu Kingdom. We have another good friend, and he forced me to become a traditional ruler. But we have been together for a long time. The Alabado of Abado Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Oba Shilion Adedayo Dokolu, the Alabado of Abado Kingdom. We have the Olu of Olomowewe Kingdom, Abado Ifo, His Royal Majesty Oba Tofela Olalekan Tunde Abesu. We have Olojodu of Ojodu Kingdom. 3 days ago, they were in Oodua House to grace the occasion of commissioning of Oodua House, part of the program lineup for this 30th anniversary. His Royal Majesty Oba Olusegun Benson, the Olojodu of Ojodu Kingdom. We have another a friend and lover who is very close to us too. The Oniwokun of Iloku Kingdom, Ogun State. His Royal Majesty Oba Aareonakakanfo Balogun Kábíyèsí àti gbogbo yín. We have His Royal Majesty Oba Olofun Okiko Ayedun. Okay. We have the High Chief Ajayi Olorunso Samuel, who represents the DG of Nico here. We have the representative of the chairman of occasion. Pardon me if I don't follow protocol. Akogun Kola Onodipe, representing the chairman of the day, October Senator Iba Gani, former governor of Ogun State. We have the guest lecturer from Nigeria Institute of International Affairs, Victoria Island, Professor Femi Otubayo, the guest speaker. We have someone who was my lecturer before, HOD of my department in Lagos State University, now Chairman Governing Council of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Professor Shiyan Oyeweso, book reviewer of today. We have one person that is so familiar to Yoruba people, a citizen journalist, that when you mention his newspaper, it will not be strange to any Yoruba person. Publisher of Aare, Chief Alao, we have one of the people that trained up as an activist. That we started together, although they started before me, I joined them in 1993. He was a student union product from the University of Ilorin, and he's our leader when we are campaigning for democracy. Dr. Oodua Peoples, President of Human Rights. Ẹ bá mi fún gbogbo àwọn tí mo ti gbè ní àtẹ́wọ́ tó rinlẹ̀. Gbogbo èyí tí kúlẹ̀bílẹ̀ ìsí tẹ́lẹ̀, sólà kúlẹ̀bílẹ̀ ìsí ẹni kọ́kílọ̀ àwẹ̀ díẹ̀ sí. Ní kábòlù mélé wá, ẹ wá fowó ẹ̀rà kan máa ń kọ lóyìn. Gbogbo èyí tẹ́ pariwo mẹ́lẹ́ ni ó, ìní òjòjò arúwó. Akọ́ra wa lé labi ní kájọ jókòó papọ̀. Ẹ̀yin mẹ́mbà mú bá wí o, èrò tó bọ́ba láyé wí o. Yóò tó bá ọba sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn o, ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀yin mẹ́mbà, ẹ̀yin ajọ́nọ́sì, ìní ọjọ́ oríire láwa o. Kudu òkè ọ̀rẹ́ mi dáadáa kan náà nínú àwọn lọ́balọ́ba àti Ọ̀ṣun ló ti ń sáré bọ̀ ó wọ̀ pé tó òògùn àwọn ìwà ilé ní ajẹ́ fáyìn. The Onígbàyè of Ìgbàyè Kingdom, Ọba Joseph Moronfoye Okunlọ́lá Òní kábíyèsí kábọ̀ ẹ ṣeun. Mo kí ọba kábíyèsí inú àwọn rallying point ọba wa ní ọba Aláyọ̀délú, ọba Ganiu Asùmọ́, ẹ ṣeun kábíyèsí o, àmàrí yín báwọn bí àrò Yorùbá ọba forum ọba mi ìlú tí wọlé ni kábíyèsí Oníṣàṣà of Ṣàṣà Kingdom, mo kí yín o, ẹ káàbọ̀. Wọ́n á kí bàbá wa Sá Tẹ̀síntìn Adébùtú CFR Ọ̀dọ́lé of the South, represented by Aare Dr. Kola Oyefeso, Aare gbogbogbò ti Rẹ́mọ. Ẹ bá mi kí bàbá o, pé wọ́n kú gbogbo ìgbà o, ẹ bá mi kí wọn o. Túndé Ọládìjọ ìdá, I bring one of my good friends, Afghans. Sometimes we always dip out, but he always like you to make money. If you meet him 10 times, Gani, how will you make money? He will be giving you an idea how you can make money. He's a very good businessman. He's the chairman of Disk Engineering Communication Limited, and he's one of the sons and daughters of Yorubaland that assist us a lot in the early stage of OPC. Sometimes we could not have money to pay for our office rent. He was the one that rescued us. There was a time we did not have an office for online radio station. He gave us an office in this engineering in Latif Jakonde. It's a person that anytime you request anything from him, he will do it for you. And he's one of the people that planned the coup of reconciliation with Iba Gani Adams. And the coup that later favored me at the end of the day. Thank you very much. I'm surprised Akobo Onodipe did not mention Ejekinwo Akobo Onodipe. He did not mention this Oyinbo engineer Adebayo Banjo. He was there when Otuba Megade reconciled us. My good friend, engineer Adebayo Banjo, he came from the prominent Banjo family in Ijebu. My good friend, Comrade Shina Lorimikan, Mr. and Mrs. founding member of CDHR. When you are talking of guru in human rights activities, when you are talking of strategy, good planner on anything human rights, just look for Shina Lominico. I'm also and it's a deposit of contacts. My good friend, Kule Awobodu, where are you? Where's Kule Awobodu? Where's Engineer Kule Awobodu? CDHR members is one of the product of a human rights community. And you go to Bade Orisu and Watajombo Kato di Aare. Nínú àwọn tí a dá tajọ dá OPC lẹ̀ àwọn mẹ́sàn-án la dálẹ̀. We are 9 people that found OPC in 1994, August 29 precisely. 5 are late. Only 4 are alive now. Out of the 4, we have 3 people here. The 4th one said I should pay his flight money to come from Abuja. Money I pay for the Onigima Sobo flight here. But you know, I want to die better port to buy leg. You said Onigima Sobo flight here. Only one man will work, but I'm watching no television. But I never make it be by. Ikono Iyawani. Mrs. Idowu Adebowale oníkan lóbìnrin nínú àwọn mẹ́sàn-án dada OPC lẹ̀. Ìyá Ìjẹ̀bú ẹ̀dídé nínú àwọn mẹ́sàn-án ìyá ìnìkan lóbìnrin tó wà láàrin wa. Àwọn mẹ́jọ yòókù ọkùnrin ni ní 1994. Àgbà onítán lórí ilẹ̀ o. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹnìkan wá wà nínú wa, òun la kọ̀wé àgbà kíjà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀. Kótó nígbà kùsí méjì ó ní àgbékalẹ̀ burúkú tẹ́lá fẹ́ pé wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ kan gbé kalẹ̀ èmi fire brigade lèmi máa ń fire ni wọ́n dá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá ti rí pé Gani jẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí o òun máa mọ ọgbọ́n tó máa fi mú àwọn àgbà yẹn wálẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tó bá jẹ́ bí ètò ọ̀ká confront kan tó bá jẹ́ bí ogun àníga níwọ̀n ló ṣe ẹ́ o bá a ṣe ní nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn evangelist Basọ̀run Kúnlé Adéṣọ̀kan nínú àwọn tàjọ dá OPC sílẹ̀ yẹn àwa mẹ́ta làwọn àbígbà inú àwọn mẹ́rin ta wà láyé tí ẹ bá ka ìwé yẹn ẹ wọ̀n pé ilẹ̀ ti rọ́ àwọn tó fi orúkọ àwọn tó kúlẹ̀ nìkan nìyẹn ọjọ́ sàbàtẹ́lẹ̀ rí orúkọ bó ṣe kọ rẹpẹtẹ. Archbishop, one of the freedom fighters in Yorubaland, architect George Akinola Idande Yoruba, and we have the executive of the Oodua Unity Forum there. Any day, executive members of Oodua Unity Forum, Shada, Tunde Adeoye, àti Aare, any day, Kọrin, àwọn ọlọ́pàá àgbàrá tájọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà nìyẹn, ẹ káàbọ̀. and his beautiful Olori Araba Awodiran Agbola. Emma Bino, they will go through speech. Mrs. Ozen Wabibani. I saw Mrs. Ozen. Where is she? She, Mrs. Ozen, former chairperson of Surrey local government, and Mrs. Obo is here. We have Mr. Sunday Udu, ONWA, President General Igbo-speaking community in Lagos State and ESCO. They are here. We have Khalifa, Muhammad Sulaiman, founder Morikat Allah Samad Prayer Group. We have Chief Stanley Odogun here. Engineer Banjo, please let me see. Engineer Banjo, Engineer Banjo, there's another Banjo here. Engineer Obedi, not Banjo, next second in me. Larry Banjo, another Banjo here. But that this Banjo is from Shagamu, it's a prince. It's my friend for a long time. There's certain things this man do for me that I can't say it in public, which helped me a lot. Mr. Owolabi again, representing Director and CEO Lagos State Council of Arts and Culture. Ekabo, the key director. Olókùnbọ̀ àwọn ìwẹ́ẹ̀tì láìpẹ́ o. Ó dà pé Ebenezer mi rí o. Ibi tí Professor Derry Ọlẹ́gbẹ́lá Bàbá bínú o kọ́ síbẹ̀. So lo glasses ìgbà tó ń lọ káàkiri yẹn. Prof ẹ má bínú o. Àwọn tẹ́ pé kò sí gbàtà bá pé bàbá yìí ọwọ́ kan ló máa ń dá wa lóhùn àbọ̀ nítọ́ lórí ilẹ̀ prof ẹ ṣe gan-an. Mo ti kí Professor ẹ̀mí tó bá lọ. Ẹ jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ sọ ọ̀rọ̀ mi ní Yorùbá díẹ̀ kí n tó. Ṣé sọ abẹ́ bá gbé ọ̀ mi? Àràfán atẹ́kùn fẹ́ ìdíjà kò fẹ́ wà lọ. Ó yẹ ká dúpẹ́, ó yẹ ká dúpẹ́, ó yẹ ká dúpẹ́, ó yẹ ká dúpẹ́, ó yẹ ká dúpẹ́. Àràfán.
ga, èmi náà máa ga, olówó ní Jésù, èmi náà máa lówó. Ọlọ́run mi ga, èmi náà máa ga, olówó ní Jésù, èmi náà máa lówó. Ọlọ́run mi ga, èmi náà máa ga, olówó ní Jésù, èmi náà máa lówó. Ọlọ́run mi ga, èmi náà máa ga, olówó ní Jésù, èmi náà máa lówó. Ọlọ́run mi ga, èmi náà máa ga, olówó ní Jésù. Àdàbà mi ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run mi ga, èmi náà máa ga, olówó ní Jésù, èmi náà máa lówó. Ọlọ́run mi ga, èmi náà máa ga, olówó ní Jésù, èmi náà máa lówó. Ọlọ́run mi ga, èmi náà máa ga, olówó ní Jésù, èmi náà máa lówó. Ọlọ́run ìyanu, Ọlọ́run ìyanu, Ọlọ́run ìyanu, Ọlọ́run ìyanu, Ọlọ́run ìyanu, Ọlọ́run ìyanu. Ìgbàgbọ́ kí dúró lórí ẹ̀jẹ̀ àtọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ Jésù, gbogbo jẹ́ pẹ́ẹ́kẹ́ lówó kan lẹ́yìn ọ̀run ọ̀la Jésù. Lọ́dúnrún lé nígbà kàkà iná mìíràn ìyọrí ló dá. Òdúró lé nígbà kàkà ayérayé iná mìíràn bàbá òní ìyọrí ni.
The welfare OPU worldwide, Prince Adebikpe Adigolu and Olarewaju Assis from Egypt. Prince Adebikpe Adigolu is from Dubai. He came from Dubai. Okay, Qatar, sorry. All members of the Aare Council, all members of Oodua Peoples Congress, National Executive Council, all members of the National Coordinating Council, and all the ambassadors of the local festival foundation here, and all leaders and members of Southwest Security Stakeholders Group here. Ẹ jẹ́ nǹkan àdàkọ́ mi torí àwọn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n tó fẹ́ fún wa ní ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wà lórí ìjókòó. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this historic gathering. I am also very excited that God has kept us alive to celebrate this special day in the life of our noble organization, the Yoruba Peoples Congress OPC. Let me begin by expressing my sincere appreciation to all our guests. Begin from our royal fathers, the Aare Oodua Peoples Congress, and His Imperial Majesty Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, and other royal fathers that are here present. I appreciate all the 6 governors from the Southwest region, the chairman of the day, former governor of Ogun State, Otuma Senator Iba Gani, the guest speaker, Professor Olufemi Otubanjo, from the Nigeria Institute of International Affairs, Victoria Island, Lagos. The book reviewer, Professor Shiyon Oyeweso, who is also the Chairman Governing Council of Aareonakakanfo University in Ife, Osun State. Our esteemed cleric men of God, leaders of all civil society groups that are here present, CEOs of various corporate organizations, all Yoruba socio-cultural organizations and their representatives, members of the 4th Estate of the Realm. This is not a day to bore you with a long speech. Ever be no? We could bore you with a long speech, but just 15 minutes. It is a special day for us to thank God and rejoice because God has clearly been faithful to Oodua Peoples Congress OPC. However, I will not fail to go down the memory lane and reflect how the journey began exactly 30 years ago. The struggle started in July 1993, shortly after the annulment of the June 12, 1993 election that was believed to have been won by late Aare Olawale Abiona. As a member of Campaign for Democracy CD, then we decided that there was need for us to have a regional group that will have a national outlook and also reflect the structure of the organization. The Yoruba Youth Movement was established April 1994. But that same year, especially on Monday, August 29, 1994, the Oodua Peoples Congress OPC came to life as a social-cultural organization that was formed to protect the interests of the Yoruba people. The journey was rough and tough. But to the glory of God today, OPC has transited to a formidable organization that has since become the pride of Yoruba race. You can testify that from the speech of the chairman of the day, read by Akogun Kola-Onodipe today. Like a proverbial country, OPC has grown from a just group of activists to become a local tree that survived years of trial and tribulations. Today, the organization that began at 110 Palm Avenue Street, Mushin, here in Lagos, has over 7 million members across Nigeria in 28 states. Thanks to all our members for their commitment and determination to ensure that OPC takes its pride of place in Yorubaland and Nigeria as a whole. In the course of our journey as an organization, many of our members paid the supreme price. Many lost their loved ones so that we can get to where we are today. On this note, I respectively ask our guests to rise and honor the fallen heroes in our members. Today, ká fi ọ̀wọ̀ fún àwọn tí ó ṣaláìsí nínú ìjàngbara. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Lárí Bájọ́, ẹ̀jẹ̀ bá wa honor àwọn tí ẹ̀mí wọn lọ. May their gentle soul rest in perfect peace. God bless you. It is also very important to say it here today that OPC has succeeded in doing justice to the story of the organization. We are determined to make possible impacts in Yorubaland and Nigeria. We know quite well that every aspect of the organizational trajectory is a product of academic research that must be documented in a book. Interestingly, the book we are presenting to the public today is the thought that have been written on the activities of OPC and my personal life experience. I want to assure you all that as we make progress in life, more books are still coming. OPC has survived in that area of the military, several years of police torture, provocation and brutality, as well as negative propaganda for many of our producers. History will not forget my personal experience when I was declared wanted for 20 months in 2001 and 2005. Before I hand over myself to the police in the Oodua police station in Ikorodu, as well as my 18-month experience in detention in different prisons across Nigeria. The tradition of OPC is also a major milestone in Yorubaland. In the last couple of years, the Yoruba socio-cultural organization has done well in our effort to secure Yorubaland. We have also established a group of 13 security outfits with the name Southwest Security Stakeholder Groups. This group includes OPC, Agbekoya, Vigilante Group of Nigeria, CONSAC, UNTA, Egbe Obìnrin, Oodua Peoples, among others. The mandate of the different organizations under my leadership is to work our modality to secure the Southwest. We have sought the approval of the Southwest governor to partner with them in curbing the security surge. If the Southwest governor allows us to partner with them, I'm still repeating it today, that we are ready to partner with the governor to stamp out the spate of insecurity across the Southwest. In the last 3 decades, OPC has demonstrated quality leadership as a socio-cultural organization. We have our members as devotees of 3 prominent religions in Nigeria. All our members practice their religion with moderation. As I stand before you, I'll be honored with prominent religion titles, both from Christian and Muslim folks. It boils down to the fact that OPC is liberal in our religion belief and practice. Just last week, we celebrate Yoruba Heritage Day as an organization, like the victory we got with June 12 in the view of Democracy Day in Nigeria. It is also on record that OPC has succeeded in promoting the religion of our forebears by recognition of the August 20 Isheshe Day in 4 out of the 6 states in the Southwest. Fún alátẹ̀wọ́ ni. Àbáwọn leader OPC wo ló jókòó síbi ìjọba. Àwọn ọ̀la tó wá bíbà yìí. Let me tell you also that OPC has created niche for itself by expanding the frontier of its activities through the formation of Oodua Progressive Union, OPU. Today, OPU, our sister organization that was created in 2012, is now in 100 countries across 6 continents of the world. The diaspora organization is now one of the leading organizations in the world. I'm happy to tell you today that all Yoruba sons and daughters abroad are proud to be a member of OPU, Oodua Progressive Union. Other groups that God have established through me include Yoruba One Voice and the Southwest Security Stakeholder SSSG. Wọ́n wà bí bàrẹ̀ o, àwọn tá à ń sọ yìí o, àwọn leaders wọ́n wà bí o àti member o. Ẹ̀yin Southwest Security Stakeholder leader, ẹ̀yin dà ẹ ṣe Oodua gbè ní o. Part of our success story in the last 30 years is 1 billion naira legacy project Oodua House that was commissioned last Tuesday. It is also interesting to tell our guests that OPC under my leadership as the Aareonakakanfo of Yorubaland and the national coordinator still have edifice in Olusogamushi. Evangelist Adesoko àwọn ibi tá à ń sọ yìí àti ìyá Ìjẹ̀bú ibẹ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ OPC tó ti popular ọ̀dọ́ wa ń tẹ̀ bàbá bẹ́ẹ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n ti ibi tọ́lọ́ ti gbàdúrà wa tó ti pọ̀ ní Olusoga Street ní Mushin. A 21 apartment, 4 suites and 19 rooms in Abeokuta was built by this organization, and the Oodua Hall in Ilefe is under construction. We have OPC building in Oyo and Kwara State. They are landed property in Udo, while the Ekiti State is still ongoing. Going forward, it is our intention to have at least 1 or 2 buildings of OPC across Southwest and even beyond. As far as we concern, the OPC will continue to be the leading organization in Yoruba and Nigeria. We will continue to project the interests of Yoruba race and will never fail in our effort to promote the cultural identity of our race. As we continue to keep the hope alive, it must be stated also that our goal and the 7 key contents of our struggle are clearly defined. These include advocating restructuring for Nigeria, protecting life and property, promotion of Yoruba culture and identity, defending the interests of Yoruba race, playing major role in cultural tourism, rendering humanitarian service and promoting the youth empowerment program, among others. Still on the position on restructuring. As we gather here today, it is very important for me to tell the whole world about the position of OPC on the state of the nation. Nigeria has lost its pride of place in Africa. Our nation has continued to lose grip of what makes it the giant among the community of nations in Africa. It is obvious that Nigeria is no longer the giant of Africa with the way things are going. Other African countries like South Africa, Egypt are coming up with a great nation on the African continent. However, our major problem is the structural imbalance. As far as OPC is concerned, there is need for restructuring in Nigeria. The restructuring must be tied to regionalism with the repression of 1960 and 1963 constitution, where all the 6 geopolitical zones can develop at their own pace. This will reduce burden on federal government. It will enhance the socio-economic progress in Nigeria. We are in a very difficult situation now in the country. And if we didn't restructure Nigeria now, in the next few years, Nigeria may go down as the 20th economic nation in Africa. This is the reality of the present situation in the country, as it's central on the structural imbalance as a nation. Over the year, we have long lists of prominent personalities that have supported our struggle as an organization. Many are dead, and their memory are evergreen. For those who are still alive, we will continue to appreciate them. Prominent people like late Chief Gani Adams, SAN, late Justice Adewale Thompson, late Ambassador Sheikh Olushola, Professor Sophie Oluwole, my good friend and Afenifere scribe, late Yinka Odumaki of the blessed memory, Professor Wole Soyinka, Chief Femi Falana, SAN, Barrister Femi Aborishade, my lawyer Barrister Kehinde Oluwole, and Ebun Adegorua, SAN, and a few other lawyers that stood by me during the trying moments. Dr. Joe Odumaki has always been supportive and consistent with us since 2001, especially each time we hold June 12 memorial lecture. It is also interesting to know that OPC is blessed with 2 brilliant lawyers who are members of the National Executive Council of the organization. They are Chief Babajide Tanimowo, the National General Secretary, and Chief Atoloye Aareonakakanfo of Yorubaland. The second one was Chief Yinka Ogutimehin, who is also the Publicity Secretary of OPC and the Aareonakakanfo of Yorubaland. He's also another fantastic lawyer in our midst. We also have Barediro Shidada Askurai, who is the Administrative Secretary of OPC. Members of OPC National Executive Council and also wonderful people in their respective area of lives. Let me say it that in different times in the history of OPC, many of our past governors in Southwest also did their best to support us during the administration of executive governor of their respective states. Prominent among them is the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Ashadu Bola Ahmed Tinubu,
who was then the governor of Lagos State between 1999 and 2007. Others are Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, late Abiola Ajumobi, who was the governor of Oyo State when I became Aareonakakanfo of Yorubaland. The late Arakunrin Rotimi Akeredolu, Akinwumi Ambode, late Olusegun Adagu, Kayode Fayemi, and late Alao Akala and Ibikule Abusu. I will not fail to appreciate the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, for appointing me as ambassador of Oyo State Amotekun. As the ambassador, the governor gave me a brand new Hilux pilot automobile with 3 members of the corps as part of my security men, and the state take care of their remuneration to date. The chairman of today's event, Otunba Senator Gbenga Daniel, has always been there for us. He deserves our applause for facilitating the March 9, 2005 peace between late Dr. Fashion and I during the crisis period of OPC. Of great note is the support of all traditional rulers. Our Obas have also supported us tremendously in driving the cultural promotion activities of OPC. Kábíyèsí Ọ̀ọ̀ni Ṣíjúadé Olúbùṣe must be remembered for his support when he was alive. The late Ọ̀ọ̀ni was the one that granted our request to start Oodua Festival in Ile-Ife. Meanwhile, the Ọ̀ọ̀ni of Ife, His Imperial Majesty Ọba Adéyẹyè Ẹniìtàn Ògúnwùsì, has been the symbol of unity and cultural promotion of Yoruba race. The late Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́, His Imperial Majesty Ọba Lamidi Adéyẹmí, deserves prominent applause as he did everything that is possible to make sure that Yoruba respected globally. Kábíyèsí Aláàfin, against all odds, appoint me as the Aareonakakanfo of Yorubaland. May the soul of Kábíyèsí Ọba Lamidi Adéyẹmí rest in perfect peace. Yoruba socio-cultural organization like the Afenifere, Yoruba Council of Elders, YCE, Yoruba Unity Program, funded by late Chief Mrs. Anna Idowu, Idelu Awolowo, Ẹgbẹ́ Ọmọ Yorùbá in US and Canada, the Nigerian media, and few others that support us through the think and think. We appreciate you all. The Parakoye Aareonakakanfo of Yorubaland, Professor Kolawole Rahim, who is also the chairman of the planning committee of 30th anniversary of OPC, former chief press secretary to 2 governors, Ondo State Governor, late Olusegun Adagu, Arakunrin Rotimi Segun Ajiboye, who is the Otunba of Aareonakakanfo of Yorubaland, Barrister Wale Odolare, Chief Gani Adams, Gani Adams, Osi Aareonakakanfo of Yorubaland, Comrade Shina Nobireto, has been a friend of the house. Ambassador Dikin Bayo Obatunguashe and Olubenga Onosoya, another ambassador of Olokun Festival Foundation, all former beauty queens, and my new wife, Iba Gani Adams. We thank all members of OPU from across 100 countries in the world, and all members of Yoruba One Voice, prominent scholars like the guest lecturer, Professor Olufemi Otubanjo, usually add value to our program as a guest speaker. The university across Southwest have also contributed greatly to our scholarship program by giving us the name of brilliant indigent students that are eligible for our scholarship program. And as I have said earlier, the list is inexhaustible. too numerous to mention. Finally, as I stand before you today, I want to assure you all that OPC will continue to grow in leaps and bounds. Our organization will not relent in our effort to protect Yoruba against internal and external forces. We will continue to defend the interests of Yoruba people in Nigeria, and we will always seek the truth, justice, and fairness. That is the best legacy we can leave our generation that is coming. Thank you. God bless you all.
To be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count.
That was this long speech by the 15th